Claire and Hannah, the two of you need to go back into the shelter and stay there. Chelsea ordered them as she began coordinating with the MPs. Several of them were running towards the jeeps on the road and driving off. Things began progressing so quickly that Claire didn't know what was happening, confusing her. It all started when that man whispered something to Chelsea. What's happening to the fort? Claire thought to herself, Chelsea, what's happening? Why do we need to go back into the shelter? What about you? She demanded from a friend who was about to follow the other MPs towards the parked vehicles. Hearing Claire's voice, Chelsea stopped and looked back at Claire. She paused as though debating about whether to tell Claire. Pressing her lips together, Chelsea spoke. It's the modified humans. For some reason, they've been rushing our defenses for the past couple of days. Since standard guns don't work, we've been forced to use heavier caliber weapons. How about our parents? Claire thought back to how both her and Hannah's parents were likely working in the labs right now. Raising a hand to stop Claire's flood of questions, Chelsea said, Both of your parents are safe. Even if the modified humans were to overwhelm our defenses, there would be enough time to evacuate your parents to one of the nearby shelters. She turned her head to look at the MPs who were ready in the jeeps and waiting for her to enter. I have to head to the perimeter to see what my orders are. The two of you stay in the shelter. Let us come with you. Hannah began going to Chelsea. Running to the jeep, Chelsea looked back at Hannah. No, it's too dangerous. It'll be fine. I don't know how the two of you were able to enter the shelter, but it's better that the two of you gained access to it. Not wanting to debate the matter, Chelsea kept running to the jeep. The front passenger side door already opened, ready for Chelsea to jump in so the vehicle could head out to their destination as soon as she was inside. As Claire stood next to Hannah, watching as Chelsea's jeep was driving off, she was worried about the fate of the fort. Do you think everyone will be okay? Hannah asked. Nodding her head, Claire said, I'm sure the military has already planned things out for this outcome. It's so frustrating. Hannah's voice was thick with emotions. Claire agreed with Hannah's sentiment. What was even more frustrating was how even if they had gone with Chelsea, they wouldn't have been able to do anything. It sounds like it's only a matter of time until this fort is overwhelmed by the modified humans. She thought to herself. A part of her saddened to think another place belonging to humans would be eliminated. Claire? Hannah's voice interrupted Claire's thoughts. Yeah? She looked at her friend. Just like how her eyes were like after leaving the training simulation, Hannah's eyes were full of determination. Let's go back inside the shelter. I want to train and get stronger. Claire turned to look at the outside world. Hearing her friend's words and knowing soldiers were fighting for their lives on the wall, she had a sense that seeing the sun and feeling the cool breeze of the wind would be something she wouldn't be able to experience in a long time. We'll get strong enough to reclaim this fort. Claire clenched her fists. Hannah was silent, but Claire knew that her friend shared the same sentiment. Saying one last farewell to the world, Claire turned towards the shelter and began walking down the hallway. The shelter, which would become their home until they reached a point where they'd be able to step outside and withstand the modified humans with their own strength.